Imagine this. You're stuck in traffic. The clock is ticking, your emails are piling up, and every notification on your phone feels urgent. The pressure builds, your heart races, your mind starts spinning, and suddenly chaos surrounds you. Or perhaps it's at work. Deadlines collide, conflicts arise, and no matter how hard you try, everything seems to be spiraling out of control. Or maybe the chaos is within you, thoughts racing, emotions rising, fear creeping in, and you feel completely overwhelmed. Take a moment to breathe. Notice something important. You are not alone. Everyone faces chaos at some point, in one way or another. Here's the truth. Staying calm in the storm is not a matter of luck. Calmness is a skill. It is something you can learn, practice, and master. By the end of this audiobook, you will know how to remain calm, focused, and in control, no matter how chaotic the world around you becomes. You will discover practical techniques to steady your mind, manage your emotions, and find clarity in the most turbulent moments. If you are ready to step out of the storm and into a state of calm, then this journey begins now. Chaos is all around us. It comes in many forms, shapes, and sizes. Some of it is external, events, situations, and people that create pressure and unpredictability in our lives. Perhaps it's a sudden work deadline that seems impossible to meet, an unexpected conflict with someone close to you, or traffic piling up when you're already late. External chaos is visible, it's tangible, and often it feels like it is happening to us without our consent. But chaos is not only external. Often, the most intense turmoil comes within our own minds. Internal chaos manifests as racing thoughts, swirling emotions, fear, doubt, and anxiety. It is the chatter in our heads that magnifies small problems into overwhelming mountains. Internal chaos is subtle, yet it can feel as disruptive or even more so than the storms outside. Thoughts of regret, worry about the future, or frustration about the past create a turbulence that no one else can see, but which we feel profoundly. When we are confronted with chaos, whether external or internal, our natural response is often fear. Our mind and body interpret unpredictable situations as threats, triggering stress. The heart rate rises, the mind races, and we react impulsively, sometimes saying or doing things we later regret. Stress clouds judgment, narrows focus, and makes even small challenges feel unmanageable. We may feel trapped in a cycle, reacting to chaos with more chaos, rather than responding with clarity. Consider a simple example. Imagine a workday where emails keep piling in while calls come one after another. Your to-do list grows faster than you can handle, and colleagues demand answers you don't yet have. Each interruption feels urgent, each task pressing. Soon, you feel the pressure building, and your mind jumps from one worry to another. Maybe you leave the office frustrated, and when you get home, a family argument erupts over something small. The chaos follows you, both outside and inside, feeding stress, tension, and emotional exhaustion. The first and most crucial step to navigating chaos is awareness. Awareness is the recognition that chaos exists, both around us and within us. Awareness allows us to pause and see clearly, instead of being swept away by the currents of stress and fear. By observing chaos without immediate reaction, we gain a tiny but powerful space between stimulus and response. In that space, we begin to reclaim control, and calm becomes possible. Understanding chaos is not about eliminating it. Life will always have unpredictable elements, challenges, and pressures. But by understanding the nature of chaos and how it triggers fear and reactive behavior, we lay the foundation for true calm. Awareness transforms our relationship with chaos. Instead of being at its mercy, we can begin to navigate it with clarity, choice, and presence. When chaos strikes, it is not only our mind that responds. Our body reacts as well. Stress triggers a cascade of chemical and physiological changes designed to prepare us for survival. Adrenaline floods the bloodstream, quickening the heart, sharpening the senses, and priming the body to act fast. Cortisol, the stress hormone, rises, keeping us alert but also amplifying feelings of anxiety and tension. Thoughts begin to race, jumping from one worry to another, as the mind seeks to process a perceived threat. This is our body's natural response, honed over millennia, intended to keep us alive in dangerous situations. The challenge today is that these reactions are automatic, often unconscious. When your mind interprets a situation as threatening, whether it's a work deadline, an argument, or an unexpected setback, the body responds before the conscious mind has a chance to step in. You might notice your muscles tense, your breathing shallow, your mind spinning. Decisions become impulsive, words are spoken in haste, and small problems feel monumental. This automatic response is why chaos often feels overwhelming and why it can feel impossible to regain control in the moment. But here's the encouraging truth. Although these reactions are automatic, they are not permanent. Small, intentional interventions can reset the nervous system and shift the body from a state of stress to a state of calm. By consciously engaging the body, we send signals to the brain that the situation is manageable, that we are safe, and that clarity is possible. One of the simplest and most effective tools is the breath. Deep, measured breathing can immediately slow the heart rate, reduce the surge of stress hormones, and anchor the mind. By inhaling deeply, holding for a moment, and exhaling fully, we interrupt the automatic stress response and regain a sense of control. For example, imagine sitting at your desk, feeling overwhelmed by emails, phone calls, and looming deadlines. Your chest is tight, your thoughts are racing, and panic begins to creep in. Take a moment to place your hand on your abdomen. Inhale slowly to a count of 4. Hold for 4, exhale for 4, and pause for 4. With each breath, your body receives a signal. The threat is not life-threatening. You are capable, and your mind can refocus. The racing thoughts begin to slow, your muscles release tension, and a sense of calm emerges. This simple act, repeated even for a few moments, demonstrates a profound connection between mind and body, and how small interventions can break the cycle of automatic stress. Understanding the mind-body connection is critical because it shows us that calmness is not just a mental state. It is a physiological one as well. By learning to regulate the body, we influence the mind. By influencing the mind, we influence our behavior. Every time you take control of your breathing, relax your muscles, or consciously shift your attention, you are training your nervous system to respond differently to chaos. Over time, these small practices build resilience, allowing calm to become a habit rather than a fleeting response. Remember, the body and mind are partners in navigating chaos. When we understand how stress affects both, and when we apply simple interventions, we regain choice, focus, and clarity. The path to calm begins with recognizing this connection, and then intentionally guiding it, one breath, one awareness, one small action at a time. Now that we understand chaos and how our mind and body react to it, it's time to explore practical techniques that can bring calm quickly, even in the midst of a storm. These are tools you can use anywhere at any time to regain control and clarity. One of the most powerful of these tools is the breath. Breathing is something we often take for granted, but it has a remarkable ability to influence both body and mind. Consider box breathing. Inhale deeply for a count of 4. Hold for 4, exhale for 4, and pause for 4 before starting again. This simple, rhythmic pattern tells your nervous system that it is safe, slows your heart rate, and helps steady racing thoughts. Another highly effective technique is the 4-7-8 breathing method. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 7, and exhale slowly for 8 counts. This longer exhale signals your body to relax, calming the nervous system and easing mental tension. Both techniques are subtle, yet profoundly effective, especially when practiced consistently. Another powerful tool is grounding, bringing your attention fully into the present moment using your senses. When chaos surrounds you, it's easy for your mind to become trapped in worries about the past or future. Grounding interrupts that cycle. Look around and notice what you see, the colors, shapes, and movements around you. Hear the sounds, the hum of a computer, the rustle of leaves, or distant voices. Feel the sensations in your body, the weight of your feet on the ground, the touch of your hands on a surface. Smell the environment, perhaps the aroma of coffee, fresh air, or even the scent of a room. Engaging the senses like this pulls you out of racing thoughts and into a focused, calm awareness of the present. Even micro pauses can be transformative. Taking just 30 seconds of stillness, closing your eyes, breathing deeply, and letting your body release tension can reset your mind. These moments may seem small, almost insignificant, but they interrupt the automatic stress responses, giving your brain a brief window to reorganize and find clarity. You can use them between tasks, before meetings, or whenever you feel chaos creeping in. The cumulative effect of these pauses, practiced regularly, is a calmer, more resilient mind. The key to mastering these techniques is consistency. Just as exercising your body strengthens muscles, practicing breathing, grounding, and micro-pauses trains your mind to respond to chaos with calm rather than reaction. Begin with just a few minutes each day. Try box breathing in the morning, a quick grounding exercise at lunch, and short micro-pause before bed. Over time, these small habits will transform the way you experience stress, allowing calm to become your default state rather than a fleeting reaction. Remember, these techniques are not complicated, but they are powerful. They connect body and mind, bringing immediate relief and long-term resilience. The next time chaos arises, whether inside you or around you, you will have tools to reclaim control, reset your nervous system, and navigate the moment with clarity and composure. Calm is not a luxury. It is a skill, and with daily practice, it becomes second nature. Understanding chaos and learning practical techniques is only part of the journey. The other, equally important part is mindset. How we perceive and interpret events shapes our experience far more than the events themselves. One of the most powerful mindset shifts is the distinction between acceptance and resistance. Resistance is the mental struggle against what is happening, a tug of war with reality that only amplifies stress and tension. Acceptance, on the other hand, is the willingness to acknowledge what is happening without judgment. This does not mean giving up or passivity. It means letting go of control over what you cannot change. By accepting reality as it is, we stop fighting against the tide and can focus our energy on what we can influence. Closely related to acceptance is the ability to reframe your thoughts. When chaos arises, our instinct is often seen as a threat, as a problem that must be solved immediately. But with practice, we can reframe chaos as an opportunity or a challenge. A missed deadline can teach prioritization. A tense conversation can strengthen communication skills. A traffic jam can be a chance to practice patience. Reframing doesn't change the external situation, but it changes our internal response. And that is where true calm begins. Another essential mental tool is cultivating the observer mindset. This means stepping back from the chaos and watching it as if you were an impartial witness. Instead of being swept away by fear, frustration, or impatience, you tell yourself, I notice chaos. I do not react impulsively. By observing without immediate judgment or reaction, you create a pause, a space between stimulus and response. This pause is where choice exists. It is where calmness, clarity, and composure are born. Over time, the observer mindset becomes a habit, allowing you to navigate turbulent situations with steady focus. There are also small mental tricks that can stop spiraling thoughts before they take over. Naming your emotions aloud, I feel frustrated, I feel anxious, can help externalize them and reduce their grip. Counting backward from 10 or visualizing a peaceful scene can interrupt runaway thinking. Asking yourself, will this matter in a week, in a month, can help you gain perspective and detach from unnecessary worry. Each of these techniques works because they shift attention from automatic reactions to deliberate, conscious choice. Remember, mindset is the foundation on which calm is built. Techniques and exercises are important, but without the right mental framework, stress and chaos will always have the power to overwhelm. By practicing acceptance, reframing challenges, cultivating the observer mindset, and using simple mental tricks to stop spiraling thoughts, you're rewiring your mind to respond to chaos with composure, clarity, and resilience. Calmness is not just about controlling the outside world. It's about mastering your inner world. And that mastery begins here, with the shift in how you see and respond to every storm that comes your way. Calmness is not only a reaction, it is a lifestyle. It is something we build over time through consistent choices, habits, and routines. One of the most powerful ways to cultivate calm is through daily routines that reduce chaos. Planning your day in advance, prioritizing your most important tasks, and setting healthy boundaries around your time and energy creates a sense of order in an otherwise unpredictable world. When your day has structure and your priorities are clear, external chaos feels less threatening and your mind remains grounded. Equally important is the conscious effort to reduce triggers that amplify stress. Our modern lives are filled with distractions, notification, and clutter, all of which feed chaos. A digital detox, turning off unnecessary notifications, limiting time on social media, or scheduling periods of phone-free focus can have a profound effect on your mental clarity. An organized environment, whether at home or at work, signals to your brain that things are under control and creates a space where calm can thrive. Mindful habits, even small ones like making your bed in the morning or taking a short walk outside, reinforce the feeling of order and presence. Beyond routines and environmental adjustments, regular practices that nurture the mind are essential. Meditation, even for just a few minutes a day, trains your mind to observe without reacting, quiets racing thoughts, and strengthens resilience to stress. Journaling provides a space to process emotions, release mental clutter, and gain perspective on challenges. Reflection, reviewing your day, your choices, and your reactions, builds self-awareness and reinforces learning from experience. These practices are not quick fixes. They are investments in your mental and emotional well-being. Perhaps the most important principle in building a calm lifestyle is consistency over intensity. It is better to meditate for 5 minutes every day than to meditate for an hour once a week. It is better to declutter your space a little each day than to attempt a massive overhaul sporadically. Calmness grows gradually, quietly, and persistently. The repeated small actions create a ripple effect that strengthens your nervous system, stabilizes your mind, and reduces the impact of chaos when it arises. Remember, a calm lifestyle is not about avoiding challenges or eliminating chaos completely. Life will always have surprises, pressures, and unexpected events. But by building routines, reducing triggers, practicing mindfulness, and committing to consistent small actions, you create a foundation of inner stability. When chaos comes, you'll no longer be tossed around by every wave. Instead, you will navigate life with steady focus, measured responses, and a deep, enduring sense of calm. As we reach the final chapter, it's time to anchor the calm you've been cultivating. One of the most effective ways to do this is through visualization. Close your eyes and imagine a storm raging outside, a torrential downpour, wind howling, and clouds swirling wildly across the sky. Notice the chaos of the storm, the unpredictability, the noise, and the pressure. Now, shift your awareness inward. Despite the storm around you, feel a sense of calm within. Imagine your mind as a still, deep lake, undisturbed by the turbulence outside. No matter how fierce the storm, your inner space remains tranquil, steady, and resilient. With each breath, feel yourself anchored in this calm, unaffected by external chaos. Visualization is powerful because the mind cannot fully distinguish between imagined and real experiences. By repeatedly practicing inner calm and imagined chaos, you train your nervous system and your mind to maintain composure in real-life stressful situations. This skill strengthens over time, creating a foundation of stability that is available to you whenever needed. To deepen this anchoring of calm, use affirmations, short, positive statements that reinforce your new mental patterns. Repeat to yourself, I am calm even in the storm. Let these words sink in, carrying a sense of confidence and control. Next, affirm, my mind observes chaos. It does not react. Feel the separation between your awareness and the chaos around you, recognizing that you have choice in how you respond. Finally, say, every breath brings clarity and peace. With each inhale and exhale, feel tension release, your focus sharpen, and your energy stabilize. These affirmations are not just words. They are tools to reprogram your mind, body, and nervous system for calmness in any situation. Remember, calm is not a permanent state. It is a skill, a capacity that grows with practice, patience, and consistency. You will not always feel perfectly composed, and that is okay. What matters is that you have the tools, awareness, and mindset to return to calmness again and again, even in the face of unpredictability. Each time you practice visualization, affirmations, or mindful breathing, you strengthen this skill, making it more natural, more automatic, and more resilient. As we close this journey, carry this empowering truth with you. Chaos may surround you, but it does not define you. Your inner calm is yours to cultivate, protect, and expand. No matter the storms life brings, you have the capacity to observe, respond, and act with clarity and peace. Calmness is not luck. It is not something you wait for. It is something you build, practice, and embody every day. With intention, awareness, and consistency, you become the anchor in your own life, unshaken by external turbulence and grounded in the quiet power of your own mind.